I've got to do a quick check-in with the students. When we did our rehearsal the other night, we agreed that we could wear pyjama pants, but we had to wear something fancy. And I've just realised I've moved too far back and I'm ghosting. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about this. Let me see. Cancel the spotlight. Hang on, if I stop video for a moment and go back on, there we go. Look, welcome to our annual celebration with our Skyline family. Special welcome to our students, past and present, but also for so many of you in the room that have been here pretty much since the start of this program. It's one of the great privileges of being in this role that we can spend this time together and celebrate our past year and reflect on the role in particular of companion teachers this time. We're really in a very extraordinary time in education. Having had a whole career in it, I've never seen anything like it. We're continually inspired and moved by our incredible students who start the rest of their lives from where they are, not where they might be, and in fact, not where they should be if life were fair. And they follow their education dreams through hard work and determination and the support Skyline provides. During the pandemic we're living with right now and the shadow it casts over our whole planet, we've got so much to celebrate this year. With your help, we graduated our largest ever cohort of Year 12 students in 2019, and these 41 graduates continued our story of success against the odds. 97% of them are going on to a higher education course or employment pathway of their choice. And we introduced a program to help our alumni as they transition into first year university and beyond. We also celebrate this evening because of the Skyline community spirit. We see alumni giving back to the next generation of students, freely supporting each other. We see more and more people becoming part of the broader Skyline family and feeling the same pride and connection to our students as we do. And we see some of our key donors proactively reaching out to us to see how they can help us, providing essential funding, advocacy for students, access to scholarships, books, even food for our Skyline families. April's been a long year, hasn't it? The inspirational Maya Angelou said, "We delight in the beauty of the butterfly, but we rarely admit the changes it's gone through to achieve that beauty." Change is difficult. I'm all about finding a silver lining and making the most of things. But, sorry, I've got a poll up. But our students are doing it tough, both in their school lives and at home at the moment, and we're hearing it very clearly. Online learning, this learning from home, is fine for many students who've got the resources and space at home to make it workable. For some of our students, though, school is the safest place to be. For others, it's the only place where they have the space to focus and learn. More students than we realise don't even have the basic technology and access and connectivity to learn. I would say that the digital divide we've been talking about for a decade is growing, and the cracks are appearing at that pressure point where social isolation is meeting social disadvantage. I'm particularly concerned about the emerging racism that some of our Asian students are experiencing as they go about their lives. And most worryingly, some students are experiencing increasing loneliness, lack of motivation, and even greater financial pressure on their families. And then there's the uncertainty about ATARs and the future of beyond VCE. For Skyliners, this is really important because this is the year that's designed to give them a step out of their disadvantage. They're really trying hard to grasp the opportunity and change their lives, but the pathway is just not as clear as it was. And one thing that's been really interesting is that being away from the physical school ground itself seems to have an ongoing impact in terms of social support and peer connection. As Jane mentioned before, at Skyline, we pivoted our services quickly to be responsive to the need to connect with our students and alumni. And I must say that having online access to each other is proving to be a game changer. These students are sharing their fears and anxieties with each other and finding others who give them back unreserved acceptance and support. As many of us see our own children struggling in isolation at home, we see them missing their friends. And I wonder if we all really knew before this era of social isolation, the vital role that schools play in terms of face-to-face support of wellbeing and social and emotional development. Some people who certainly do know this firsthand are Skyline's companion teachers. And I'm delighted that we have the chance tonight to highlight their work, to showcase their part of the Skyline success story and the impact they have on young lives. We've been looking at a couple of comments back from our students as I've been talking, but Skyline is a wraparound program for a network of like-minded peers. The main education occurs in each of our partner schools though, and there's around 25 to 30 of those. Our companion teachers are the ones who bring the Skyline opportunity to students in the first place. Then they check in on the welfare and of individuals on a regular basis, and they really are the unconditional support for their education. So in our mind, they all stand out as being special. So tonight, I'd like to pay tribute to our companion teachers and acknowledge a couple of CTs, companion teachers, that deserve special recognition. I thought for a while about how to describe the impact and value, but I think that yet again our students say it best, and I quote one of our students: "My companion teacher is kind to herself, to others, and everything in her life. She knows when to listen, when to give advice, and when all that's needed is just somebody to sit with that I love. I love that she knows me almost more than I know myself, and that she leads by example. I feel I can be 100% honest with her."